Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. We quickly welcome all of us to Majlis Tafsir at Mount Hope, and then we ask Allah to bless our Sheikh with the understanding that he has in interpreting the word of Allah. And then we remind everybody to try as much as possible to put our phones on vibrate, inshallah. And then we remind our brothers online who have been posting questions that the questions, inshallah, will be answered today as much as we can, because we have backlog of questions. Wa jazakumullahu khairan. We go quickly to our Imam Hafiz for the commencement, inshallah.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين وعلى كل من صار على منواله واهتدى بهداه بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد، فالسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Today, Alhamdulillah, is the 24th day after the commencement of the Tafsir, and you can see it's drawing to the cotton being drawn, inshallah ta'ala. And today is the 25th day of the month of Ramadan. We are continuing with ayah 27. أأنتم أشد خلقا أم السماء؟ اقرأ.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. أأنتم أشد خلقا أم السماء بناها رفع سمكها فسواها وأغطش ليلها وأخرج ضحاها والأرض بعد ذلك دحاها.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أأنتم أشد خلقا أم السماء بناها. Are you more difficult to be created, or the heaven? You see, if there is something you can say this is difficult, this is more difficult, as far as we the humans are concerned. But as far as Allah is concerned, there is nothing this is difficult or more difficult for him. Everything are just done by saying kun fayakun. Now, but we are being asked, antum ashaddu khalqan? You humans, are you more difficult to be created, or the heaven? Look at it. Okay? But again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala banaha, Allah constructed it. Definitely, if you were to be asked, you will definitely say yes. If you look at the heaven, its structure, how it is built, how it's constructed, you can say, as a human being, if I were to be tasked with creating it, man is by far much simpler to be created than the heaven. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أَأَنْتُمْ أَشَدُّ خَلْقًا مِنَ السَّمَاءِ بَنَاهَا. Are you more difficult to be created, or the sky, or the heaven? Banaha, he has built it. Who is the chief construction officer that helped Allah making it? Who is that? Where is the bill of lading? What is the so-called tender presented before the court? What kind of cement used? Who is the mason officer? Forget about it. Allah said, Banaha. Banaha is fi'lu madhi. Bana yabbi bina'an. He has constructed it. Not only that, rafa'a samkaha, na'am.
رفع سمكها فسواها.
Allah rafa'a samkaha. Allah raised its roofing. That is samkaha. If you like it, its ceiling. Look at the heaven above you. Just like a ceiling. Who raised it? Who raised the roofing? Allah said, I am the one. Rafa'a samkaha. Allah raised its ceiling. Fasawaha, and proportionate. Level. You can see this part, meandering, the other one up like this in an awkward situation. No. Rafa'a samkaha fasawaha. Not only that, وَأَغْطَشَ
ليلها وأخرج ضحاها.
وَأَغْطَشَ لَيْلَهَا. It is Allah who darkened its night. During the night, there is darkness. Who put the darkness? Allah says, I am the one. That is أغطش. أغطش is fi'l what? Is fi'l madi of what nature? متعدي. From أفعال يفعل إفعالا. أغطش يغطش. غطش or إغطاش is transitive verb. Allah darkened its night وأخرج ضحاها, and extracted its brightness. Two things in opposite direction. Okay? He has made the night dark and the daylight bright for you to go and do your activities during the day. But in the night, you should retire to have a rest. He says, وَجَعَلْنَا نَوْمَكُمْ سُبَاتًا. It is Allah the Almighty that has done all these things. Na'am.
وَالْأَرْضَ بَعْدَ ذَلِكَ دَحَاهَا.
وَالْأَرْضَ بَعْدَ ذَلِكَ دَحَاهَا. And the earth, after all this, He has spread it. So some are saying the heaven was first created before the earth. Because of this, وَالْأَرْضَ بَعْدَ ذَلِكَ. After this. So the sequence is that the heaven was first created, then the earth followed suit. So وَالْأَرْضَ بَعْدَ ذَلِكَ دَحَاهَا. Where is the dhamir of the earth here? I'm asking you. Where is the pronoun of the earth here? It's in ha. Dahaha. He spread it. So that ha refers to the it I am talking about. Now, some scholars are telling you that this tells you the earth actually is spherical. It's not that flat. Well, what have the geographers told us? Is the face of the earth flat or rounded like a ball? Sure? Any proof that the earth is rounded? Or is it dahaw? And the Quran says dahaha. Dahaw is egg-like, spherical. Spherical. That's the message. So before the geographer told you, the Quran al-Karim has said it already. Because the ha is from ad-dahaw, to be egg-like, not that perfect cycle. Allahu Akbar. So we have been saying Quran is not the book of science, but is the book of science. Science is what? S-C-I-E-N-C. No. But it's the book of science. S-I-G-M. Sign. What is signs? Ayat. Ayat. So وَالْأَرْضَ بَعْدَ ذَلِكَ دَحَاهَا. And the earth after all that, he has fashioned it in a dahaw form, egg-like. Not only that,
أخرج منها ماءها ومرعاها
أخرج منها ماءها ومرعاها. And Allah أخرج, that is extracted. I said yesterday, أخرج is feel what? Muta'addi. If you remove the hamza, it becomes what? Kharaja. Kharaja is feel lazim. But akhraja is what? Muta'addi. Transitive and non-transitive. And I said yesterday that kharaja is a fi'l madi, its mudari is yakhruju. From it you take the amr form. Ukhruj. So Allah akhraja minha ma'aha. Allah extracted from the earth its water. You see, when Allah created the earth, Jalla Jalaluhu, He placed in it or on the face of it plenty of water for your livelihood. Because water is the basis of life. Allah says, وَجَعَلْنَا
وجعلنا من الماء كل شيء حي
نعم
أفلا يؤمنون
وَجَعَلْنَا مِنَ الْمَاءِ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ حَيٍّ أَفَلَا يُؤْمِنُونَ Surah number 21. And from water we've created everything. Your body, the content of it, there is water in your body. Yeah. كُلَّ دَابَةٍ مِّن مَّاءٍ. Everything from water. فَمَنْ شَاءَ أَرْبَعٍ. Some walking on 4, some on 2, some just crawling. La ilaha illallah. All right. In the tree, is there any water in the tree? What about the apple? Everything has content of water in it. And really, life is aquatic, they say. Aquatic. And of course, the spherical composition of earth and the hydrospherical, which is larger. Hydrosphere. Yeah, scientists said it. So he says, أَخْرَجَ مِنْهَا مَاءَهَا. It's water. Your tears. What is it? Your saliva. Even your sperm is water. Allah says man is made out of water. Min ma'in mahin. Ya Allah. Ma. So what is source of life? Between solid food and liquid water, which is more important to human body? Now? Sure? Of course. One can remain for 3 consecutive days without eating food, solid food. But water? Impossible. La ilaha illallah. All right? So Allah says, He's telling us that out of my bounties, أَخْرَجَ مِنْهَا مَاءَهَا. The water of the earth. And how many classes of water do you have? You have sea, you have ocean. Any difference? Any difference? You didn't see an ocean. Scientifically speaking, any difference between sea and ocean and river, lagoon? Those are just semantics. Water is water. Al-bahru bahar, ya akhi al-kareem. These are man's choice of words. I agree geographically they can be different, okay? But then look at what is happening. You go to the high and deep sea, see the wonders of Allah. La ilaha illallah. أخرج منها ماءها. Number 1. ومرعاها, and it pasture. What is pasture? The places where animals go and graze. The grazing areas. 2 things. You go and take the water from the well or from what? From the spring. That is why if somebody does one of seven things, he keeps on getting his throat after his death. He who teaches people good knowledge. Number two, he who that make a spring of water where people get water. Number three, if he digs well. You see in the hadith, when the narration, water is mentioned in two places, spring and well. Good knowledge you have taught people. Spring or fountain. What again? Well. Aw man bana masjidan. Or who that builds a masjid for the sake of Allah. 4. Number 5. Man gharasa shajaratan. He that transplants a tree and people are benefiting from the shade. Number what? 5. 6. He that gives sadaqah of mushaf. Mushaf. Oh, how easy. Allahu Akbar. How easy. Jannah made easy for all of us. You can bring to the masjid truckload of Quran. Somebody brought this one, I was told. Looking for Jannah, inshallah. Every single letter you read, you can imagine the road you'll get. That is why I want to advise some politicians, especially in Africa. They go and buy copies of Quran in the month of Ramadan and they stamp their name, donated by Honorable XYZ. What are you telling me? You want to politicize Quran? Politicization of the book of Allah? Oh, what do you mean kirki ne ko zabe shi? Astaghfirullah al-azim. I want to believe the book of Allah shouldn't be treated like this. Give it silently so that Allah rewards you silently, incalculably. But if Allah looks at the mind that I want people to know I am a good man so that I can gather their votes, that's your reward. How many points did I mention? Tell me number 1. Good knowledge. 2. Strength water. 3. Well, knowledge. Sound knowledge. No, this is number 1. Knowledge. Masjid for the sake of Allah. Tree with shades. 6. Sadaqah mushaf. Allahu Akbar. Okay, do you have the chances of digging well here in New York? Can somebody gather all this truckload of rewards? 7. And number 7, he that leaves a good son praying for him after his death. Do you have the chances of having this? Good knowledge, inshallah, let's try. But water, how can I do that? Only Africa? Are you telling me here you don't have chances of getting Jannah here? Why can't you bring us drinking water during iftar? That's okay. Bring us water. Bring it again. You are being credited, inshallah ta'ala. But really, it talks about digging a well. Really going to the places where people are poor. I can remember one day back home, we went to a village where we have the pagan houses, the Magzawas. We went to the village. They embrace Islam, alhamdulillah. But in their neighborhoods are Christians, houses. Before they get water, they had to trek to the neighborhood of non-Muslims. And they were telling them, you want our water? Accept our religion of Christianity. So water was a source of intimidation against them. A situation like this, the ball is set rolling for you. You can go to the local area, earmark the place, dig the well for them. Don't wait for their commendation. So, teaching good knowledge, this can be achieved here easily, inshallah ta'ala. Spring of water, well, we talked about it. Transplanting a tree, can I achieve it here? Is it achievable here? A tree, a transplant, people are getting the benefit of the shades. It's much easier to be achieved than the water you're talking about. And number 4, build a masjid. It's possible. Yeah. 5, sadaqah of mushaf. It's the easiest of all. And then you leave a good son praying for you after your death. That is a lifetime assignment. La ilaha illallah. So be watchful about your kids. Give them training. Don't allow them to making shouts, behaving as if not Muslim boys. When somebody elderly is coming, they just come as if to collude with him. It's absence of tarbiyah. It's part of your duty. Teach them your beautiful cultures, your religion, because Allah will ask you, regardless of where you live. Allah yu'badu fi kulli makan, wa fi kulli qattar, wa fi kulli zaman. أخرج منها ماءها ومرآها. Mar'aha is the pasture, the grazing areas. Naam.
والجبال أرساها.
والجبال أرساها. And the mountains, look at the mountains. Allah set them firmly, that is Arsaha. The mountains are structured, are thrusted, are set, are established, okay, with firmity by Allah the Almighty. Naam.
متاعا لكم ولأنعامكم.
متاعا لكم منصوب على الفتح بنزع خافض المفعول لأجله. متاعا لكم, so as to be a source of provision for you. وَلِأَنْعَامِكُمْ, and your livestock. These things are created at our own service, self-serving to us. مَتَاعًا لَكُمْ وَلِأَنْعَامِكُمْ. نعم.
فإذا جاءت الطامة الكبرى.
فإذا جاءت الطامة الكبرى. This is al-maddu al-lazimu al-muthaqqalu al-kalimi. However, when the greatest overwhelming calamity arrives, because al-kubra, okay, is akbar form in the feminine sense. When the greatest and overwhelming calamity comes finally, na'am,
يوم يتذكر الإنسان ما سعى.
يوم يتذكر الإنسان ما سعى. It is a day when man shall remember what he strove, what he did. Oh, I did X, Y, Z during my last days. Everything, just like a video clip, you want to see, you see. يتذكر الإنسان ما سعى. In one place, Allah says, وَأَنَّا لَهُ الذِّكْرَى. How can remembering will benefit him? Now it's in the hereafter. Naam.
وَبُرِّزَتِ الْجَحِيمُ لِمَنْ يَرَى.
And Al-Jahim will be exposed. Liman yara, for those who will see it. This means, Allahu Akbar, there will be some people who will never see Jahim, who will never see the hellfire. Allahumma ja'alna minhum. Oh Allah, make us among this group of people. They will never see it. It says, liman yara, for those who see on account of their deed. It will be exposed. They will see it clearly. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. This reminds me of one great scholar, Abdullah ibn Idris. When he was dying, his daughter came near him. She began to shed tears, wailing, saying, Ya Abati, my father, you are leaving me. Then he regained his consciousness a bit. He looked at her. He said, my daughter, don't cry for me. In this place I am dying. I have read the Quran 4,000 times for the coming of this day. Don't cry for me. Go and take care of yourself. Because of this day, and what will come later, in this place, I have Quran read it from beginning to end. 4,000. Wonderful. Men have gone. Believe you me. We are just managing. We are just following. We are just claiming 4,000 times. In the place he was dying, Abdullah bin Idris says, because of this day, and I am seeing the benefit now, don't cry for me. Ya Allah. Next ayah.
فأما من
فأما من طغى. But as for those who transgress the limits, na'am,
وآثر الحياة الدنيا,
and preferred the life of the world, this world, which will definitely come to end one day, abruptly, will be, let me say, extinguished. If the fire extinguisher extinguishes, that of Allah is by far more extinguishing than that one. So, but as for those who transgress the limit and desire the life of this world, the result will be
فإن الجحيم هي المأوى.
فإن الجحيم هي المأوى. Certainly the hellfire shall be the refuge. نعم.
وأما من خاف مقام ربه ونهى النفس عن الهوى.
وأما من خاف مقام ربه ونهى النفس عن الهوى. Complete it.
فإن الجنة هي المأوى.
These two verses, ayah number 30 and 39, Allah says. Ayah what? Number 40 and 41. وَأَمَّا مَنْ خَافَ مَقَامَ رَبِّي. But as for those who fear the position of their Lord, or as for him that fears Allah's position, that is maqam rabbi. Some are saying standing before Allah, maqam, not al-qiyam. But as for such that fears Allah's position, you know who is Allah. He created you. He sees you. He knows your secret. You don't own yourself. You owe your life to Him entirely. He says, these are my rules. Follow. These rules contain do's and don'ts. These are my do's. Obey. These are my don'ts. Obey. So knowing His position will make you fear Him well. You wouldn't like to venture into disobeying Him. May Allah get us right. So وَأَمَّا مَنْ خَافَ مَقَامَ رَبِّهِ وَنَهَى النَّفْسَ عَنِ الْهَوَى. and prevented his soul. Now, anil hawa, from lustful inclination, from lust, L-U-S-T, lustful inclination. If one does it, then فَإِنَّ الْجَنَّةَ هِيَ الْمَأْوَى, certainly the paradise shall be his refuge. Now,
يسألونك عن الساعة أيان مرساها.
يسألونك عن الساعة أيان مرساها. They are asking you, Ya Muhammad. They are asking you, Ya Rasulullah. They are asking you عن الساعة, on the hour, about the hour. Sa'a here means al-qiyamah. The word as-sa in Quran comes, it may mean just a time. It comes, it may mean what? Just al-qiyamah. وَيَوْمَ تَقُومُ السَّاعَةُ يُقْسِمُ الْمُجْرِمُونَ مَا لَبِثُوا غَيْرَ سَاعَةٍ كَذَلِكَ كَانُوا يُؤْفَكُونَ. Sa'a. The first one, al-qiyamah. The second, ordinary time. When al-qiyamah will be established, وَيَوْمَ تَقُومُ السَّاعَةُ, when sa'a will be established, يُقْسِمُ الْمُجْرِمُونَ مَا لَبِثُوا غَيْرَ سَاعَةٍ. Look at the two words. Sa'a. All right? اقتربت الساعة وانشق القمر. Then يسألونك عن الساعة أيان مرساها. They ask you about the hour. When is it going to be its arrival? When is Qiyamah going to be established? They are asking you. Then Allah says what?
فيما أنت من ذكراها.
فيما أنت من ذكرى. In what position are you that you should be concerned about mentioning it? It's not your duty. Yours is to preach. Your own is to send the message across. And you did it, Ya Rasul. You have done it, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. But Qiyamah is coming, so it's not my own duty. Nevertheless, we have been told in a sound riwayah, Qiyamah will be established on a Friday. But specifically which Friday? Nobody knows. Just like somebody being told, your marriage will be on a Saturday. So you are kept in the darkness. So you begin to be galloping. Which Saturday? Tell me specifically. Say, no, we don't tell you. Keep preparation. Will you relax? No relaxing. Just like this. Qiyamah is on a Friday, not on the Friday. A Friday. Which one specifically? Ilmuha inda Rabbi. They told you your final examination is going to be on a Monday. Please, teacher, which Monday? I won't tell you. Keep on reading. An example. So, فيما أنت من ذكرها إلى ربك what?
إلى ربك منتهاها.
Its finality rests with your Lord. Muntaha. Its finality. When finally is it going to arrive is with your Lord. Not with you, Ya Rasulullah. But the signs of Qiyamah are there. When people look for money, helter-skelter, halal haram, is a sign of Qiyamah. When illegitimate babies are born and thrown away, is a sign of Qiyamah. It's approaching. Some of the what? Minor signs. When those in authority devour public properties with impunity, sign of Qiyamah. When people seek for knowledge because of world to be recognized, he is X, Y, Z. That is the intention. Sign of Qiyamah. When children humiliate their parents, you hear a son saying, "Daddy, you are lying." La ilaha illallah. Daddy, you are lying? Your father? Mommy, don't be crazy, mommy. Your mother is crazy? Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Sign of Qiyamah. When modesty is removed from the faces of women, she can intermingle with men with shamelessness. It's part of Islamic teaching. A woman should be timid, should be modest. She wouldn't intermingle with men. When a time comes, a woman can just intermingle on the sign of Qiyamah. When trust is misplaced, somebody unreliable in trusting. When a munafiq is called honorable, munafiq is honorable, sir. Allahu Akbar. These are some of the minor things of Al-Qiyamah. When Muhammad finally arrived, for how many years he's arrived? He said, I have been sent between my emergence and Qiyamah, the distance is between these two figures. Bu'ithu ana wa sa'aka hatain. Tell me how many kilometers? Here to here. 0 kilometers. Allah does things slowly but surely. It will come to be. Don't be mistaken. Get ready. It will come. Ramadan started just like yesterday. Look at it. 25 today. Fast. Astaghfirullah. So is Qiyamah like that. Wallah. One of the great scholars who was dying, he was asleep, apart from the person I told you. His family surrounded him. All signs of death were seen in him. He was bringing out a kind of some silent voices to indicate the signs of death are with him. Then he heard calling to prayer. He said, took me to prayer. Please take me to masjid. He said, in this situation, he said, no. I don't want to pray as cold. I don't pray to Allah. Please take me. He was taken. By the time he put his forehead, Allah took away the life. In sujood. Look at it. Yazid al-Raqashi was also dying. He was crying. Ya Yazid al-Raqashi. Who will be praying for you? What about Ramadan? Who will fast for you? Reading the book of Allah, who will do for you after you might have gone? Ya Yazid al-Raqashi. Many instances to make your mind, shaken with fear of Allah the Almighty. Yet there were people who were not even exposed to the trials we see in the cities today. One of them will spend his night without his eyes looking at bad things. Never, never ever. But as for us, here we are. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Next ayah.
إنما أنت منذر من يخشى
إنما أنت منذر من يخشى. You are but a warner for those who fear the Qiyamah. That is your duty. It's not for you to give the detail. It's going to come on so time, hour. It's not your duty. إنما أنت منذر من يخشى. Exclusively, you are to warn. To warn and remind those who fear its coming. Naam.
كأنهم يوم يرونها لم يلبثوا إلا عشية أو ضحاها
كأنهم يوم يرونها لم يلبثوا إلا عشية أو ضحاها. It will be on that day when it happened finally, it will be as if they tarried on the face of the earth just morning time, okay, evening or morning hour. Meaning when Qiyamah finally appeared, it will look as if they just lived evening time or the morning time. Even though you spend long years on the face of earth, to tell you how quick it will be. how short it will be, how swift it's going to be. That marks the end of this surah. We have more time, or we take the questions? Okay, so we have time. So, Jazakumullah khair. Just as this ayah, surah, has come to an end, when our life come to an end, Ya Allah, Allah do make it in the best way. Ya Rabbal Alameen. Next surah.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم عبس وتولى أن جاءه الأعمى وما يدريك لعله يزكى أو يذكر فتنفعه الذكرى.
This is Surah to Abasa, Surah number 80. 80. I told you early, Surah number 10 is Surah 2. If you go by the 10, 10, 10. Surah number 10 is Yunus. 20, Taha. 30, Rum. 40, Ghafir. 50, Qaf. 60, Mumtahana. 70, Al-Ma'arij. 80, Abasa wa Tawalla. 90, La Uqsim bihadha al-balad. 100, Wal-Adiyat. 110, Idha Ja'a Nasrullah. Until the end. This is Surah number 80. It is named Surah to Abasa, revealed in Makkah. Revealed in Makkah. It has 42 verses or ayats, 133 words, kalima, with 538 letters. It was revealed on account of a blind man by the name Abdullah ibn Maktoum. He rushed to the Prophet ﷺ saying, Ya Rasulullah, allimni mimma allamaka Allah. Teach me from what Allah has taught you. He was coming to the Prophet ﷺ, and then there were Meccan nobility, nobles, who were there. And on his coming, it is as if he cut off the session. The Prophet ﷺ wanted them to become Muslims. So his coming just cut away or cut off the session, like I've said. That became something, unpleasant to him, ﷺ. And that was seen on his face. He was worried about what happened. So he turned his face away from this blind man, and it was seen on his countenance. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reveals this surah. He said, Abasa wa tawalla. That is, Abasa. He has frowned, from frowning, watawalla, and turn away, turn his back against the blind man. And ja'ahu al-a'ma, just because the blind man came to him. He was one of the muezzin in Medina, calling to prayer. A blind man. Whenever he went to the Prophet ﷺ will spread his blanket to him. He said, I am welcoming the one that my Lord has blamed me for him, because of him. Marhaban billadhi a'tabani rabbuhu min ajlihi. Marhaba. You're welcome. That means you have a position in the eyes of Allah. If Allah will blame me for you, you're very important. He used to call to prayer. So from this, some people, out of misguided view, we are saying calling to prayer is the duty of the blind people. Who told you this? Was Bilal a blind man? Abu Mahzur, a blind man? Ibn Maktoum was blind. It is the duty of the people calling people to Allah. In fact, this ayah, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ قَالُوا وَمَنْ أَحْسَنُ قَوْلًا مِّمَّنْ دَعَا إِلَى اللَّهِ وَأَمْصَالِهَا. No one is better in word than such who invite people to Allah. They say it was revealed concerning those who call to prayer. They are the ones making da'wah. Hayya ala salat. So learn how to call to prayer. Shouldn't be localized. You hear every Tom, Dick and Harry, calling to prayer. You should know how to do it well. This one, Ibn Maktoum was one of those who called to prayer during the Prophet. A blind man. So Allah said, Abasa wa tawalla, he frowned and turned his back. Okay? From him. And ja'ahu al-a'ma, just because the blind man came to him. Now,
وما يدريك لعله يزكى
وَمَا يُدْرِيكَ لَعَلَّهُ يَزَّكَّى. What will make you perceive whether he will be the one to receive guidance? He came to you because he wanted these big men of Makkah to become Muslims. You paid attention to them more than the blind man. وَمَا يُدْرِيكَ لَعَلَّهُ يَزَّكَّى. Who knows? Maybe he will have been the one to receive guidance. أَوْ يَذَّكَّرُ
فتنفعه الذكرى.
Or likely he will receive the reminder and the reminder benefits him. What will make you know this? That you frown at him, you turn away from him. But the ulama are calling this itabun latif. It's a mild blame. Because Allah didn't say abasta, you Muhammad. He said abasa. Just like an information. Abasa wa tawalla an ja'ahu al-a'ma. Then he said, وَمَا يُدْرِيكَ لَعَلَّهُ يَزَّكَّى أَوْ يَذَّكَّرُ فَتَنْفَعَهُ ذِكْرًا.
أما من استغنى.
But as for he who thinks that he is without need, but as for such who feel he is without need, he doesn't need anything. He feels he is wealthy, he is well off, though he came to you. That is أما من استغنى. نعم.
فأنت له تصدى.
And you pay attention to him. You see? فأنت له تصدى. And your attention is paid on to him. Leaving the blind man because of these Meccans, Ya Rasulullah. Naam.
وما عليك ألا يزكى.
What would be a trouble if he didn't receive guidance? Naam. وما عليك. It's not upon you if he didn't receive guidance. So to tell you, the Prophet ﷺ was desirous of these men becoming Muslims, to the point that he didn't pay attention to the blind man Abdullah ibn Maktoum. So for these verses were revealed. وَمَا عَلَيْكَ أَلَّا يَزَّكَّى. نعم.
وأما من جاءك يسعى.
وأما من جاءك يسعى. But as for him who came to you, hurrying in hasty pace. Now,
وهو يخشى.
That is looking for knowledge. وهو يخشى, and fearing Allah the Almighty.
فأنت عنه تلهى.
فأنت عنه تلهى, and then yet you distracted yourself from him. نعم.
كلا إنها تذكرة.
كلا, nay, إنها, these verses you're hearing, إنها تذكرة, they are reminder. They are but reminder. نعم.
فمن شاء ذكر.
فمن شاء ذكر, let him who wishes remember. نعم.
في صحف مكرمة.
It is recorded in honored sheets. صحف مكرمة. نعم.
مرفوعة مطهرة.
مرفوعة, exalted, مطهرة, purified. To tell you the book is purified. You don't touch it if you are impure. نعم.
بأيدي سفرة.
In the hands of messenger angels. They brought the books. Now,
كرام بررة.
they are noble and dutiful. Now,
قتل الإنسان ما أكفر.
قتل الإنسان ما أكفر. Cursed is man. Oh, how ungrateful he is. Cursed is man. How ungrateful man is. Now,
من أي شيء خلقه.
from what source did Allah create man? Ask yourself. نعم.
من نطفة خلقه فقدر.
من نطفة, from a drop of sperm. That is the origin. نطفة, from an emission of a drop of sperm. خلقه, he created him. فقدر, and he destined for him to live. نعم.
ثم السبيل يسر.
ثم السبيل يسر, and the way to Allah was made easy for man. Or as-sabila, the way out of the womb was made easy. And the way back to Allah is easy. Because the way back to Allah is easy. You have the book. The Prophet were sent. The teachers are talking. The scholars are explaining things. It is only if you desire to refuse. That is at your own peril. ثم السبيل يسرا. نعم.
ثم أماته فأقبر.
ثم أماته فأقبر. And then Allah caused him to die. أماته. Allah caused him to die. فأقبر, and engrave him. After causing man to die, Allah honored man. His dead body is not left outside. فأقبر, he engraved him. He provided grave for him. You will agree that if you see the dead animal lying by the roadside, that does not disturb you as if you will have seen human body lying. But which one is more disturbing? You just can't compare. Regardless of whether a mu'min or a kafir, human being is a human being. So ثُمَّ أَمَاتَهُ فَأَقْبَرَ. Allah causes death and then he engraved him. Grave, wallahi jama'ah, is an important place. That is the greatest honor to be given to you. The scholars are saying if somebody on the face of water, he enters, a ship, those big ships sailing from one port, international sea, well, you know what's happening. Do you know there can be a ship that can be cruising for about 3 months? 3 months. Say from Rotterdam to New York here, from Apapa, Lagos to other places. For example, and one of the passengers dies. What should we do? He died. Yeah, exactly, the ocean. in the boat or in the ship, how can you bury him? No way. He needs qabr. But unfortunately for him, oh, astaghfirullah, fortunately for him, what will you do? They are saying, wash him, pray on him, put something very heavy to pull him down. What can you do? The body disintegrates in the boat. Ya Allah, throw him. Perchance he will be gobbled by an animal. The belly of the animal becomes his grave. When Qiyamah comes, Allah will say, be, and it comes out. La ilaha illallah. Dhul Bijadain, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we are going on an expedition one day. Abdullah ibn Mas'ud said, I accompanied the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. On our way, we just suspended the journey to have a sleep. In the middle of the night, I woke up. I didn't see the Prophet. I said, where has he gone? Then there I saw a glimpse of light. And I overheard murmuring of people. I went there. There I saw Rasulullah with Abu Bakr and Umar in the wilderness. Ya Allah. And I saw the Prophet lowering himself into a grave. One of the companions died there in the wilderness, Abdullah Dhul Bijadain. I heard the Prophet say, Ya Allah, I love him. Oh Allah, do love him. I love him. Allah, do love him. He said, Ibn Mas'ud, Ya laytani kuntu makanahu. How I wish I am the dead man. This is a Sahabi. He left Medina. He left his family. He died in the bush. Rasulullah took charge, bathed him, enshrouded him, put him in the grave. He said, Abu Bakrin, bring me your brother. With his hand, he put it there. Four of us, Rasul, Bakr, Umar, and I. And I heard him saying, Ya Rab, innani uhibbu Allahumma fa'ahibbahu. I love him. So he's saying, what will harm him? He left the family. They were expecting to come back. No, he wouldn't come back. The day came upon him. But look at the treatment. We are all going to that very time, very day that will come. My brother, don't be deceived by this life. Don't be deceived, oh young man, young lady, by young age, by your beauty, by your handsomeness. Come on, you will be eaten by the worms one day. It's gonna come. So why? Why? You are just going to be dumped there. So your actual beauty lies in the beauty. Allow fear of Allah to beautify you. That's all. I think we stop here. Two more ayats. Let's have them.
ثم إذا شاء أنشره.
ثم إذا شاء أنشره. And then if Allah had will, Anshara, he will raise man alive. This to tell you, raising the dead is not something compulsory on Allah. He said, إِذَا شَاءَ. But he has promised, and وَكَانَ أَمْرُ اللَّهِ مَفْعُولًا. لَيْسَ هُنَاكَ حَقٌّ عَلَيْهِ وَاجِبٌ. He said, if Allah so wills, he will raise them. That means if he doesn't will, he wouldn't do that. But you have to believe Qiyamah is definitely going to come because he promised it. But he is telling you, إِذَا شَاءَ, because he has the will. Okay? Next ayah and the last one.
كلا لما يقض ما أمره.
No. Kalla. Nay. No. Lamma yaqdi ma amara. Man has not yet accomplished his Lord's commandments. Not yet. Do you think you have settled Allah's dates on you? This finger that Allah has given you, you scratch an itching part of the body. How much do you pay Allah? You are thirsty, you drink water, you like it. The power of drinking, the luxury there, how much do you pay Allah? You are exhausted, you lie down, you wake up, you are yawning instead of saying Alhamdulillah. Somebody is screaming, why you Allah? Inna lillahi, like a madman. A'udhu billah, a'udhu billah, a'udhu billah, a'udhu billah. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel. Wa in ta'uddu ni'matallahi la tuhsuha. Inna Allah laghafurun rahim. That marks the end of today's session. Asking Allah the Almighty to bless our lives. Brothers and sisters, Ramadan, we have only 5 days or 4 days. Tighten your belt the more. Do more. Those doing itikaf, maintain the rules of itikaf. Maintain the etiquettes and pray for the ummah. Pray for your nations, our societies, our families, the sick ones, the dead ones who died with iman. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala al-mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Thank you so much. Wa jazakumullahu khairan. Brothers and sisters, with what our Sheikh just said, if you try to calculate what Allah has, given to us, we cannot. Based on what he enumerated here, please give fi sabilillah as we give, inshallah, donate dearly for the masjid. Fi sabilillah, lillahi wa rasulihi. And then we ask our brothers who are watching all over the world to have patience. We are going to take care of some of the questions, and those that our Sheikh would like to take it home and then bring it back, we'll do that. But fi sabilillah first, please. As our Sheikh said, we have barely 4 to 5 days, and that is the end of Ramadan. But as he taught us, tasaddaqu kulla yawmin fi Ramadan. Give something in the month of Ramadan. Do not let Ramadan pass by. You have not given something to Allah. Why? Because whatever you give is in multitudes. It's only Allah who knows that multiplication for you. So fi sabilillah, my brother is at the back. They're giving, taking. May Allah bless our Sheikh, inshallah. Now please, we quickly go on to the questions.
Okay, before that question, my brother, somebody gave me this paper in Arabic since I think yesterday or before yesterday. He said, yeah, Sheikh, what's the meaning of this hadith? The hadith is in Muwatta of Imam Malik, Kitab Salatil Layli, Babu ma jaa fi Salatil Layl. وحدثني عن مالك عن إسماعيل ابن حكيم أنه بلغه أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم سمع امرأة من الليل تصلي فقال من هذه فقيل له هذه الخولاء بنت تويت لا تنام الليل فكره ذلك رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم حتى عرفت الكراهية في وجهه ثم قال إن الله تبارك وتعالى لا يمل حتى تملوا. That's the point. He wants to know the meaning of this hadith. لا يمل حتى تملوا. أُكْلَفُوا مِنَ الْعَمَلِ مَا لَكُمْ بِهِ الطَّاقَةِ. Yeah, this hadith is not only in Muwatta, other books also reported the hadith, and hadith is reliable. You ask me to explain to you. The meaning of hadith is that the Prophet ﷺ heard a lady one day in a night praying fervently in the night. Qiyam al-layl, Qiyam al-layl. He said, oh, who is that one? That's the meaning. Man hadhi. Who is that lady? فَقِيلَ لَهُ, it was said unto him, Ya Rasulallah, that is Khawla'u. Her name is not Khawlatu, Khawla'u bintu Tuwaitin, daughter of Tuwaitin. Then they told him, La tanamu layli. She doesn't sleep in the night. Never. He was being told. When he was told, فَكَرِهَ ذَلِكَ, the Prophet didn't like that. She didn't sleep. How? So he disliked it. He disliked the idea that she didn't sleep. You have to sleep. Struggling for akhirah. La tanam. So fakariha. He disliked that one. It's hatta urifat al-karahiyya. Until we knew, from his face, he was displeased with that. You get it? Hatta urifat al-karahiyya. Until we knew, the Prophet was really angry because of her attitude. She was doing something good, but she was kind of going beyond normal thing, beyond the limits. Okay. ثم قال, then he said. Who said? Who is making a statement? The Prophet. He said, listen, إن الله تبارك وتعالى لا يمل حتى تمل. Allah, the blessed, the highest, La yamallu, is not tired. That's the La yamallu, until you are tired. Okay, the word yamallu is from malal. What is malal? Is monotony. Monotony. In English, you call it monotonous English. Like he is my senior brother. It's not good English. I can be able. We call it English, monotonous English, tautological English. That's a monotony. Atayamal. As an example. So it means something boring. Allah is not bored. So the ulama are saying, do you ascribe boring to Allah? That's the hatatmal. They are saying the meaning, Allah is not tired of giving you reward until you are tired of working. That's the meaning. If you give sadaqah, 1 kobo, 1 pesewa, 1 cent, $1, 1 whatever, unless you are tired, Allah is not tired of giving the reward. That's the meaning of la yamallu hatta tamallu. So he said, ukulafu min al-amali ma lakum bihi taqa. Look, maintain a job, an action, an ibadah which you can do. Don't overdo it. That's the simple message. To say you wouldn't sleep, it's beyond your power. You can't. So if anybody says, I will never sleep anymore, is going beyond the sunnah. If somebody says, well, when Ramadan passes away from today, I will never eat any longer, that's wrong. Do what you can. That is why for somebody to read Quran in 1 day is not recommended without support. Read it in 3 days, at least. That is the meaning of the hadith that the brother sent. We can go to other questions. Yes.
Thank you so much. Jazakumullah khairan. This brother sent this message. He said, it's not a question, but Sheikh, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
May Allah increase the knowledge you have, inshallah. And our Sheikh, really, you have made us understand the Islamic teaching. Wa jazakumullah khairan. And then the first question is, that was the last question we couldn't answer the last time. Assalamu alaikum, ya Sheikh.
Wa alaikum salam.
May Allah increase your knowledge. I want to memorize the Quran, and I want to ask you if you have any tips and du'as or prayers that I can say so Allah can help me do that, inshallah?
First, memorizing the Quran is Allah's gift. Allah chooses whom He wishes and gives on to Him. May Allah give us all.
Amen.
The ways is, number one, do it at early age. The earlier the better. Though there are excellent cases. A lady some years back at the age of 95 threw a party for memorizing the Quran. Organize a walima for that at the age of 95. That is exceptional case. But my tips, you call it tips, is number one, fear Allah. Fear Allah. Number two, get 2 verses daily. 2 verses, don't cross, just 2 at the beginning. Repeat it, repeat it, repeat it without stopping. Because what is oft repeated is oft assimilated. Ma takarrara takarrara. And you should accustom yourself to just one reader. One scholar said this, just one reader. There is a wonderful thing concerning the hearing faculty of man. Yeah. For example, you just compose yourself, I want to memorize it based on Huzaifi's recitation, Sadai's, Ma'ayqili, a lot of them. Okay? Or our Qari, Brother Isa here, will read it, will say, okay, I will use his own style, for example. And I will not advise you to copy anybody's voice. Use your own. But it's not bad. Some are very good in imitating others. It's not bad. 2 verses, not only reading, you write it. Because after memorizing, write it. If you write, that writing opens the gate for assimilating. Because the mind will be looking at it. Oh, I am writing it. Yeah. Ma kutiba qarra or ma hafidha farra. This is, you may come across a lengthy ayah like ayah 282 in the Quran. The longest ayah. You can repeat it 100 times if you like. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا تداينتم بدين إلى أجل مسمى فاكتبوه وليكتب بينكم كاتب بالعدل. To the end of it. Very lengthy, is the longest ayah. But you may come across the shortest ayah. Yesterday we talked about shortest ayah. Or before yesterday? Which is the shortest ayah? Mudhammatan. Not what wal asr. But it's the shortest ayah. Mudhammatan doesn't say, oh, this is too short. No. Repeat it. And importantly, utilize the morning hours. Very excellent hour. When you wake up during Subh prayer, the time is very excellent, very important for memorization. There are some people in Mauritania, the Shanaqita in Shanqit. We've been informed that they have the attitude of reading in the morning. Don't busy yourself with anything else. In the morning, close everything. Take the Quran. Try. But we want to watch BBC, we want to watch CNN, that's the trouble. WhatsApp. Give Quran its honor. Quran says, respect me. You will be wonderful at what you will receive. Okay? You are reading and you are texting somebody. You are reading, you are hello, jello, yellow. As a madman, astaghfirullah al-azim. So I mean, these are some of the ways. And it's also very important, if somebody has a wife or a son or kid, tell her or tell them, hold the Quran, look at the verses I memorized, look it for me, I will read, correct me if I made a mistake. Very important. These are some of the tips. May Allah help us all.
Amen. Assalamu alaikum, ya Sheikh.
I don't want to forget, sorry. Whatever you memorize, do qiyam al-layl with it. It's very important. You memorize 3 ayats, do qiyam al-layl. you have a combination of forces that will entrench and strengthen the hips, inshallah ta'ala. Now.
Assalamu alaikum, ya Sheikh.
Wa alaikum salam.
Can you say a prayer in a local language in your sujood when asking Allah for forgiveness in your own dialect?
Yeah, but somebody is saying if it is in local language, you will get, say, just like 5% reward. In Arabic, you get the remaining percentage. So choose for yourself. Do you get me?
No.
I'm not saying dua in any language is bad. But why wouldn't you maintain the prophetic language? The praise was done, was given, was taught, was handed down to us in Arabic language. Try and learn the language. But if you can't, you just can't. You say in any language, Allah is the creator of all the languages.
No.
But the chances is that, or are that you get little amount of percentage. And a true believer will not settle, but for the best. So go for the best. Next.
Yeah, Sheikh, with regards to his first question, what of somebody who combines, he, in the form of prostration, he did all the prayers he does in Arabic, and then it was a spillover into his own dialect.
Spillover?
Like, after he has done that in Arabic, and then he start doing
Is he feeling that in Arabic Allah wouldn't listen to him until his dialect?
Sometimes, yeah, Sheikh, you don't even know the time you say Allah ka karba minika.
Well, because he doesn't know, his slip of tongue, he said it. It's okay. Allah karba me is as good as may Allah take it from me. Allah hears everything. Yes.
Please, if you have parked a Nissan in front of our neighbor, please can you just go and take the black Nissan, or else they could tow it and it will cost you a lot.
Like you said, let's say it's not a street in front. You have a specific word that you want to phrase in your language because you don't speak Arabic.
No.
To use that language to describe what you want from Allah.
It's not bad. Allah is Lord of everything. I am only emphasizing on the beauty, the importance of learning Arabic language. If we can force ourselves to speak English and French and Portuguese, tell me, what about Arabic? We just, one thing at times very cheap. When they came to our places, they say, don't speak vernacular, or you will be charged. And we are afraid. Today we speak English more, and French more, even Portuguese more than Arabic language. You see a Muslim at the age of 50, 40, 60, 70 can speak fluent Queen's English, and the girls French. When it comes to Arabic, it's not to be found. That's my emphasis. Wallahu a'lam.
Assalamu alaikum, ya Sheikh.
Wa alaikum salam.
Please, my question is, my guardian who raised me, one whom I call my father, is the only Muslim in his family.
Allahu Akbar.
Apparently, I call his mother my grandma too. He just lost his mother, and my question is, can I give him my contribution towards her funeral by way of supporting him? He is their family head, strong in the deen, for which I know alcoholic drinks won't be part of the bills he will bear.
He's a Muslim. If he's a Muslim, things are made easy for you. Things are made easy for you because he knows, or he should know what Islam says. He should know. Is his mother a Muslim?
No.
Now, you cannot help somebody in doing what is un-Islamic. You tell him, my father, because he's a stepfather, we cannot bury her according to the Kafiri system. Wake keeping, back in Africa, wake keeping, they call wake keeping. Drinking and dancing. You can't do that. You cannot even say, may Allah forgive her. You can't say that. But one's mother is one's mother. You can use nice words. Please take heart. Take heart. Sorry for what had happened. But you should avoid saying, may Allah forgive her. You cannot give any assistance in monetary system, in monetary terms, for the burial, which is totally against Islam. But can I give a car to convey the corpse to go and bury her? That is simple, very easy. It's conveyance of the dead body. But to contribute money for drinking alcohol is part of the system. Dancing, this is not Islamic. You tell him the true teaching, he should know too, like I've said earlier. Wallahu a'lam.
Yeah, Sheikh, yet still the question, at the end of the latter part of her sentence, she said, even though I know alcoholic drinks won't be part of the bills he will bear, because he's a Muslim, they know he will not foot a bill that has to do with alcohol.
What kind of contribution would you like to give to him?
Money.
Money to do what? For the burial.
For the funeral.
What does it entail, that burial? Tell me. Is it Islamic?
No.
So why you want to beat about the bush?
But yeah, Sheikh, that's
Call
his mother.
spade. He's his mother. We are not denying that he's his mother. He should do everything possible, okay, to bury her. If they use the casket, the coffin, according to their system, for the purpose of making sure the body is covered, he can buy that one. If that's what you mean. All right? But any ceremony which will be done, which is purely based on non-Islamic system, that cannot be participated in. You can't give sin. But anything that has to do with making sure the body is engraved, is put out of sight, even if it means you buy a piece of cloth to rub it, that's okay. But there is a fixed amount for special thing to be done, which entails disbelief. Intermingling, you should not do that. Okay? Trying to do something un-Islamic does not make her to be your mother more than what Islam says. You are a Muslim, maintain the teaching. The duty is that you should have tried your best before she had to become a Muslim. But that's in the hand of Allah. Maybe I did my best, she didn't become a Muslim. So that's what you do. Let me tell you finally. When Abu Talib died, you know Abu Talib? He was the uncle of the Prophet ﷺ, the father of Ali ibn Abi Talib. The Prophet did his best for him to become a Muslim. He refused to become a Muslim. When he died, Ali told him, he's dead. He said, what? Go and dig and bury him. The Prophet didn't go there. Even though he did everything for him, more than an expectation. And Allah denied this. Don't seek for Allah's forgiveness for him. So we shouldn't bring our common sense. We're talking about Sharia. Yeah. Iman is very important.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sheikh, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
What is the ruling on monies governments use in sending people to Hajj in Africa? Is it okay if you do Hajj, whereby the government uses money to send you to pilgrimage in Mecca?
Money used for, if government sponsors somebody for Hajj, it's not lawful for anybody to be sponsored by governments for Hajj except if he happens to be one of the 5 peoples. You want to hear the detail? You want to hear the details? It's not lawful for any government to sponsor you for Hajj except if you belong to one of the 5 peoples. Number 1, a scholar who goes to preach on how Hajj should be done. That is obvious. They call him GSP, Government Sponsored Pilgrim, in Africa. I know this in Nigeria. GSP, government sponsored what? Pilgrim. So for you to be GSP, you have to be one of the 5 people. GSP, yep. Either you're a scholar, you're a sheikh, these pilgrims, you should be their imam, their guide. Explain to them in detail everything they need. We are paying. You can go with all the obstacle, all the benefit we given to you. So if any scholar is sponsored, he goes and just leaves, eats the money, then Allah will definitely deal with him appropriately. That is number 1. Number 2, a medical personnel. Yeah. Because going for Hajj entails a lot of medical implications. Somebody undergoes a different kind of cases of changes before you acclimatize the water, the eating system, allergic reactions. So a medical personnel can be sponsored by the government, can be GSP. So are you one of the 2? Listen. Number 3, media men who go there for reportorial assignments, reporting our pilgrims from Kumasi, from Kano, their richest, report back home, can be sponsored. How many suffer? A scholar to preach, a doctor, a media personal, for example. Number 4, anyone appointed as a guide, especially for the lost. There are some countries with this. You are just a guide. Because some old people get easily lost in Mecca. No. So by the time they see this with a tag, they can go and help them. Yeah, that can be sponsored. Number 5, official dealing with documents. Your document, your passport is lost, whatever. These are the 5 people, categories. And anyone that can be classified here. Otherwise, it's not lawful for any government to sponsor because it's public property, public money. One scholar was saying, until you go to the regions in your country, asking region by region, I will go for Hajj out of your money, go to region, first region. If they agree, then you go for Hajj. Like in my homestead, Kano, we have local governments there, more than 40. So you have to, 44 local governments. So you have to go to 44 local government in Kano. If it is federal government, you go to 36 states of Nigeria, according to the fatwa of that scholar. But somebody asked me, okay, what about a young man who has participated in musabaqa of Quran? He did well. And the governor of his state says, go for Hajj. That is the place for you. What will you say on this? We say, if some people, footballers, cinema makers are given these kind of things, somebody with Quran should be honored, but let it be done from the personal pocket of the governor concerned. Or you tell him, you are having a Quran, you are just as good as an alim, as a scholar. So you go to category number 1. I hope that is understood. Wallahu alam.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum, ya Sheikh. May Allah bless you and your family.
Wa iyyakum.
My question is, if I read a verse in the Quran that contains a prostration where you are supposed to prostrate, is it obligatory upon me to prostrate or not?
If you say obligatory, that is wajib. And if it is wajib, that means if you leave it, you are liable to be punished by Allah. And it's not the case. Umirna bis sujudi walam yu'zam alayna. We've been commanded to prostrate, but has not been made so stringent on us. It's highly recommended. If you leave it, you are not guilty. But don't leave it. It's highly recommended.
Ya Sheikh, the same gentleman, he said, Assalamu alaikum, Ya
Wa
Sheikh.
alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
May Allah reward you
Wa
abundantly.
iyyakum.
I have noticed some people that they pray after Isha prayer, 2 rakats of voluntary prayer. Some others, like myself, pray 3 rakats, while yet others pray 5 rakat. So what is the correct number of rakats that is according to Sunnah that one can pray after Salat al-Isha?
No, after Isha you offer 2 rakats. In a day, one is needed to pray up to 10 to 12 rakats on daily basis.
No.
He who maintains these supererogative units on a daily basis, those things will elicit for him, inshallah, an admittance into the paradise. So after Isha, you offer your witr. You offer 2 rakats and then plus witr. Witr is how many rakats? 1, 3, 5. If you decide to do 3, after the second rak'ah, you terminate it by salah. Then you just and bring the one. That's what we call shafa'i. But this is a kind of a misnomer. They are both called witr, generally, not witr. So what you should do is you offer 2 rak'ats. Alright? And if you want to make a nafila after Isha, it's okay. That should be 8 rak'ats plus witr 3, making a total at what? 11. According to the hadith of Aisha and hadith of Ibn Abbas, which says 13. Wallahu a'lam.
Ya Sheikh, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum
My
assalam.
question is, can one pay his zakat to his needy brother from the same mom and dad?
I think we have been answering this question.
Yes,
Yeah.
You just send the
All
question
right.
right away, that's why.
Preferably don't give zakat to your full brother because already he has fixed amount of right in your wealth. Allah says, وَآتِ ذَا الْقُرْبَى حَقَّهُ وَالْمِسْكِينَ وَابْنَ السَّبِيلِ وَاعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ وَلَا تُشْرِكُوا بِهِ شَيْئًا وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا وَبِذِي الْقُرْبَى وَالْيَتَامَى, to the end of it. So dhil qurba is your kindred, the kith and kin, your blood brother. There is a fixed amount in your property which is givable to him. So the issue of giving zakat does not arise because we give zakat to somebody not claiming any right on your property. So preferably don't give zakat because already he has right fixed in your own money. But if I have given him, is it okay? The ulama say, Jaza ma'al isa'a or ma'al karaha. The zakat is okay, but you have done it wrongly. Would you like to do it wrongly? And somebody will be saying that if your brother tells you, please help me, you say, I think I have given you zakat. So he is taking a cover. It's a kind of camouflaging tactics.
No.
Didn't I give you zakat? Zakat is a right on the property. He has a right on your property too. Because of the ayah, وَآتِ ذَا الْقُرْبَى حَقُّ الْمِسْكِينَ. And don't expect him to thank you. So it's better you give it to those in need. At the same time, set aside what your brother is in need of. Wallahu a'lam.
Assalamu alaikum, Ya Sheikh.
Wa alaikum assalam.
I have money in Africa sitting in a bank that is in Ghana, and I'm in America here. How do I disburse my zakat in cedis or in dollars?
I think it's very easy. Things are made easy. You know the rate of exchange today.
No.
Is it difficult? You just convert. You make conversion. You know how many dollars will be changed to give you the equivalent in cedis. So through that you calculate. Just as a matter of taking your phone and calling somebody in Ghana, Accra, Kumashi, Takoradi, or Tamale, wherever. There is not any big deal there, inshallah.
Yeah, Sheikh, one of the questions we have is a brother wrote that an ayah talked about do not attempt to pray or salat until you are knowledgeable about the meaning of what you are reciting. Can Sheikh elaborate on that ayah?
Which ayah is that?
He didn't mention the ayah.
So let's record the ayah first.
Honestly, I think that question my question. Honestly, it's still off my head. I had it in my head before I walked in here. I was listening to Quran and I realized the translation from the Haram say exactly, and it captured my mind. I said, when I come here, I will pose that question, which I have been wanting for a long time. It says that don't pray, do not attempt to pray until you know the meaning of what you are.
Which ayah is that?
Allah
Go and check the ayah, bring it to us. Wait,
Inshallah.
yes.
Thank you so much, the brothers online. Thank you. A sister just sent this. We have answered these questions several times, but for the sake of the sister who just came online, she says, Assalamu alaikum, ya Sheikh.
Wa alaikum salam.
Please understand that the best form of zikr is reciting the Quran. Can a woman recite the Quran in her period when she's in her menses?
As you said, this has been answered repeatedly. A woman should not touch the Quran with the intention of reading it in the state of impurity. Menstrual cycle or confinement bloods, the blood after birth, nifas. She can do that. That is the majority view. This has been said repeatedly. But if there is something compelling, for example, she is a student of knowledge, the teacher will ask her to bring the verses given to her to memorize. And it's going to be tomorrow in a classroom. And it marks a continual assessment, CA, for example. Then it becomes a darura for her in that particular case. That is number one. Number two, she can just recite it inwardly in her heart, if it becomes necessary. Some are of the view she can only recite it just verbally without touching the book of Allah. All right? Unlike Janaba, instead of Janaba, you cannot read the Quran until you are pure and purified. So in the light of this, until and unless there is something compelling, if you, instead of impurity because of menstrual cycle, suspend touching the Quran or even reading it, unless it's just inwardly or just verbally without touching the book of Allah. Wallahu alam.
Ya Sheikh, what if she has memorized the Quran?
If she has read the Quran, alhamdulillah, let her read it inwardly. Yes.
Thank you.
Can somebody look at the Quran in the phone and read it? Is the phone the same with the Mus'haf?
No.
No. You read the Quran in the Mus'haf, somebody can call you and it goes away, goes off. Unlike the Mus'haf. So if she reads in the Mus'haf, in the state of impurity, that can be okay, inshallah ta'ala. But the Quran cannot be touched. So we can say a way out has been made for us in the light of these devices we have in our hands. We are emphasizing in the state of impurity because of this, the majority view, don't touch the Quran, don't even read it, especially if it is janaba. But menstrual cycle, if there is necessity, which is compelling, you can read, and especially just on your phone. Wallahu ta'ala a'lam wa bihi tawfiq wa sadat.
Brothers, I think we'll take our last question from a brother at the back. Please, can you? Wa alaikum assalam.
We have explained that in detail. We have said it in detail. Needs not repetition. She is your sister. She is your blood sister.
No.
Isn't she?
The question is it your blood sister? Yes. Okay.
But you mentioned that she has a pot in your breast, in your money.
Yep.
That you have to take it and give it to her instead of giving that.
Yes.
zakat came and you see that it's in the situation that you need more money.
Since you have more money, give her more. You have more, give her more. The more you give, the more Allah loves you. Yeah. Barakallahu fikum. We don't want to give any answer without proof. That is our own position. Okay? You would, excuse me. This is your sister.
No.
You send her $200, as you said, monthly.
No.
And now the month of zakat is due. She is in a situation that needs urgent attention. Let's assume medically she is sick. The amount you've been giving her is just not enough. Now she is in need of. Then this is an exceptional case. It's purely exceptional case. Or she doesn't have what to eat, and her kids, the children sent out of school. If you have more, go and take that more and give to her to cover her need. Take zakah and give to those that are more deserving. And I told you, if you give your blood brother, the zakat is okay, but you have done it wrongly. I think I have said this.
Okay. No.
Wallahu a'lam.
Yeah, Sheikh, follow-up question.
That one also has been answered.
Your wife's mom.
Your wife's mom, will you give your wife's mom zakat? Of course. Because feeding her is not on you. The mother of your wife, you can give her zakat. Is that clear?
No.
She too can give you.
Yeah, Sheikh. Bismillah. Okay.
She is your blood sister, though she's half. Yep. What we want to emphasize is we should know the rights of our blood relations. Somebody earns $1,000 monthly here in America, for example. Do we say he's well off? An average, 1,000. Okay, he earns $5,000 monthly. That's good. This guy getting 5,000 K every month. He has a brother back home in Africa. And the guy finds it difficult to feed himself. Retrenched from working place, sent packing, retired. And you know that. You just take $50 sent to him monthly. You have 5,000. And you are saying when the zakat comes, let me give it to him. Some people want to be smart. Just like the issue somebody was asking during filing your tax here, I have given zakat to a masjid, you tell the government I have donated something. How will you bring zakat that very issue? Get it well. So somebody like that, you can give him what is due to him. But if there is necessity, compelling necessity to give zakat onto him, it's okay. But I think what?
No, just go ahead.
What I'm saying is, due to the nature of the living here, like people trying to abide by the rules of paying out their zakat, it's not like people have accumulated or acquired enough to be just given it abundantly. But they know that within the scope of the law, that amount, when the time comes, they just know that they must give it out. So in that case, and in the instance that I've just mentioned now, you give your brother for school, another brother, another sister. So by the time you realize, towards the end of the year, you decided, let me choose one of them and just give out this zakat. So will that make sense?
I have already answered it.
Yeah, because
I have already answered everything in detail. I said blood relation. Blood relation. And I know somebody may have 10 brothers.
No.
10 to 20. All right? Whatever you give, no matter what, will not be enough. And don't forget, your brothers, you be your brother's keeper. You keep on giving them from time to time. If you choose to give brother number 1, number 2 is waiting for you too. Number 3 is waiting for you. Up to your brother number 10. If there is a compelling necessity, I keep on saying this, there is a good reason, then you give it on to him, though is not the best performance. What else do we want? It's very clear. Yes.
Please, the last question we have, because it's almost time. Assalamu alaikum, ya Sheikh.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Please, which of this Islamic month is very good to perform Umrah?
Okay, you mentioned which
He
of
didn't mention. He should have mentioned, but he's asking a question: which of the months of Islam in Islamic calendar is very appropriate?
Wallahi, my brother, all the months are good to go and perform lesser Hajj Umrah. But most importantly, the month of Ramadan.
Allahu Akbar.
For the simple reason, the Prophet says, whoever performs Umrah in Ramadan is as if he has performed Hajj with me.
Allahu Akbar.
See the beauty? Oh, Allah, bring money.
Amin, madam. Amin, inshallah.
I think it's a good prayer, isn't it? Yeah, inshallah. Good, clean money, inshallah ta'ala. So you have time to go and do it. Inshallah ta'ala.
This mark today's suggested session for Q&A. And please, we beg you, those who have sent questions, inshallah, tomorrow will continue. And we have been able to exhaust all the questions, inshallah.
سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك السلام عليكم ورحمة الله